China's stealth test ship swaps weapon for a mystery system. A mysterious Chinese warship that has spent years testing stealth technology just showed up with something new bolted to its deck, and naval watchers cannot agree on whether it is designed to disorient people or fry electronics. Open-source images circulating on social media this week show China's unnamed experimental corvette, a stealthy test vessel that first emerged at a shipyard in northern China back in 2023, sailing with a boxy new system mounted where a missile launcher once sat, and two competing theories about what that system actually is. The Chinese social media account DS, posting under the handle Wenjian0922, shared a photo of the ship on Sunday describing it as an experimental vessel fitted with a sonic weapon, images that quickly spread to other open-source military trackers, including the account PLA Military Updates, which noted that the turret previously visible on the ship's deck had been swapped out entirely. The photos show the vessel's distinctive angular, low-profile hull alongside a tugboat, with a boxy structure now sitting in the space, where earlier imagery had shown what analysts believed was either a compact vertical launch missile system or a variant of China's HQ-10 short-range air defense missile. That sonic weapon theory rests on China's documented history with acoustic devices. China has fielded a handheld sonic weapon developed jointly by military researchers and the Chinese Academy of Sciences, unveiled publicly in 2019 as a riot control tool, with scientists describing its effect at the time as causing vibrations in the eardrums, eyeballs, stomach, liver, and brain of anyone caught in its path. China has also used shipborne acoustic devices, including long-range acoustic hailing systems and sonar-based tools, as what maritime security researchers at the open-source tracking group Sealight describe as gray zone tactics, deniable, non-lethal harassment methods Chinese vessels have deployed against rival claimants' ships and crews during standoffs in the South China Sea, generally meant to incapacitate or disorient a crew rather than sink or seriously damage their vessel. There's a second, arguably more strategically significant explanation circulating among naval analysts, however, one that has nothing to do with sound at all. The system's boxy shape and its placement in a spot previously reserved for air defense weapons closely matches the profile of a high-power microwave weapon, a category of directed energy weapon that uses focused electromagnetic pulses rather than a physical projectile or sound wave to disable a target, and China has invested heavily in exactly this kind of technology as a defense against drone swarms. China's state-owned defense contractor Norinco unveiled a truck-mounted high-power microwave system called the Hurricane 3000 at the 2024 Zhuhai Air Show, and the company disclosed technical details this January confirming the weapon can knock out small drones and drone swarms at ranges beyond 3 kilometers (1.9 miles) by overwhelming their onboard electronics with electromagnetic pulses. Its effective interception range exceeds 3 kilometers against light and small unmanned aerial vehicles and drone swarms, placing it at the forefront of similar systems both domestically and internationally, said Norinco expert Yu Jianjun. Chinese military researchers have separately published academic work specifically proposing this kind of technology for naval use. A team led by researcher Chuanfu published a paper titled Constructing Naval Counter-Swarm Systems, a framework for future warfare in the peer-reviewed journal Command Control Simulation, arguing that stealth warships face a genuine vulnerability to mass drone swarm attacks, and proposing a multidimensional, layered defense system combining radar, infrared, optical, radio frequency, and acoustic sensors with weapons including high-power microwave systems, shipborne lasers, and long-range missiles, designed to intercept drone-carrying aircraft before they even reach striking distance. If the system now visible on China's experimental corvette turns out to be a naval adaptation of this microwave technology rather than a sonic weapon, it would represent a far more consequential development, since drone swarms have emerged as one of the most pressing threats facing modern warships, capable of overwhelming traditional missile-based air defenses through sheer numbers in a way that a single interceptor missile per incoming threat simply cannot keep pace with. This is not the first time the world has gotten a look at this particular ship, and its broader history helps explain why either possibility fits the vessel's apparent purpose. Naval News first reported on the vessel in November 2023 after it emerged at the Liaoning shipyard in China's Liaoning province, a smaller facility that has historically built Type 056 corvettes for the Chinese Navy, known by its acronym PLAN, alongside broader maintenance work on frigates, amphibious ships, and conventionally powered submarines. Naval News reported the ship first went to sea for what appeared to be its initial trials in May 2024, built with flat, angle hull surfaces specifically engineered to reduce the vessel's radar, infrared, acoustic, and magnetic signatures, the combination of design choices that make a ship harder to detect by nearly every method modern militaries use to find one another at sea. Analysts have never confirmed an official name or hull designation for the vessel, and Chinese military messaging from the ship's original unveiling described it only as a comprehensive testing platform, language suggesting the ship exists specifically to trial new weapons, sensors, and propulsion systems rather than to serve as a combat-ready warship in its own right, a role that would make it a logical candidate for exactly this kind of experimental drone defense hardware. Whether the system spotted on this latest sighting turns out to be a sonic weapon, a shipborne high-power microwave system, or something else entirely remains impossible to confirm from open-source photos alone, and no Chinese government or military source has publicly acknowledged the system's existence, function, or intended purpose. What is clear is that this is not the first significant change spotted aboard the vessel, since its earlier known weapons fit, including its main gun and the vertical launch system analysts believed carried HQ-10 missiles, has already shifted at least once before, and Naval News has separately reported sightings of what appeared to be a different, unusually large-caliber deck gun mounted on a similar Chinese test vessel earlier this year, underscoring how frequently this class of experimental ship seems to change its equipment loadout between sightings.